So we're going to start in Crocodile Pose. So come on down onto your belly. So, you know, you're gonna, I can't see you practice. So just, you know, you move whatever feels right. If something I offer doesn't feel right, you're in it too deep. So just come out of it. Make any modifications you need to make to keep your body safe. So we're going to start on the belly. Your feet are as wide as the mat. Your toes are turned out. Bring your arms underneath you here and make a tiny little pillow with your hands. So you feel yourself resting on the ribs, and then you're just going to bring the forehead down to the hands. And so you're in this pose. You're propped up a little bit. Yeah. So walk your elbows in if you're not propped up. Walk them in so you're a little bit propped up, and then the forehead comes down. So this is called Crocodile Pose. And so we're starting right here. I'm gonna come up closer to the microphone as you guys get started. So find yourself in this really nice, comfortable position. And you're in a slight back bend. And tonight's practice is one that's going to be really grounding and rooting. Tonight's a full moon, right? So on nights of a full moon, I know you guys, if you've heard me say this, because when I teach full moon classes, so the full moon causes a lot of changes that sometimes we don't recognize. But if you tend to feel anxious, you can feel more anxious the day before, the day of, the day after a full moon, right? So wildlife behaves differently, and people do as well. So energy can be a little higher and emotions become exaggerated. So we're starting, this is a grounding practice here. And so as you're in Crocodile Pose here, just imagine that there's this ball of energy at the sacrum, at the base of the spine. The sacral area in the body is really a very instinctual part of the body. It's one of the first chakra, and the fight or flight response is initiated here. So imagine you have this ball of energy, and imagine the energy is the color red. And as you breathe, right, you're breathing in to the body. Imagine that this ball of energy is expanding in the low back on the inhale and then contracting with the exhale. So this energy opening up the low back. And maybe we can even feel a lift in the low back because the belly is pressing into the mat. So it's sort of you might even feel this low back lift. So inhaling, and you're inhaling as much as you can. Feel the press of the belly and feel the expansion of the low back. And then exhale is a release. So taking a couple more breaths here. Let's try maybe 4 or 5 more rounds of breath. And see if you can slow the breath down. Really breathing into the low back, into the sacrum. Right? This area of the body is also associated with vitality, stability, grounding. Right? So that's the practice tonight. We're going to keep the energy down as tonight's a full moon. Right? We're going to keep the energy down. A lot of grounding tonight. Feeling very stable. And take one more round of breath here. And then bring the legs back to center and press through the tops of the feet. Bring the hands right underneath the shoulders, press up slightly, come into a tiny little back bend, and then exhale and release down. Keep rooting through the tops of the feet, hands are under the shoulders, press up, tiny little back bend, exhale, lower down. And this time you're going to press up, come on to hands and knees, bring the knees a little wider than the hips, drop all the way back. Find a nice long high child's pose, and then inhale, come forward. Bend the knees as you come into a little deeper cobra. And then just move in and out, right? Going from this cobra with the knees bent to a really high child's pose. Keep the toes curled under, you're not going very deep. One more time, inhale forward, drop the hips. Open the heart, exhale, as you sink back. And now coming into tabletop, knees are right underneath the hips. Do a few rounds of cat-cow. So we're going to do the 6 movements of the spine here on the knees. So inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, look up, and then exhale, tuck the chin and just coil into yourself. Inhale, heart lifts, belly drops. Exhale, rounding into yourself, back rounds. 3 more, move with the breath. Inhale's open, always in yoga. Exhale, you go into flexion. Inhale, extension of the spine. Exhale, flexion. Move nice and slow, move with your breath, right? Every breath has a beginning, middle, end, and we move with the breath. And come on into tabletop, and then you're going to lift the right arm high into the air. And on the exhale, you're just going to bring the arm down. Okay, so initiating a twist here. Inhale, right arm comes up. We're just working on the right here, just the right. Exhale, arm comes down. Inhale, right arm twist. Exhale, down. If it's too much on your shoulder, keep the hand on the shoulder and you're just sort of moving with the elbow towards the sky. Bring both hands down. Now you're going to take the right foot behind you and reach the leg on. Going back and forth here, back and forth on the leg, just opening up the fascia and the back of the foot. And now the left leg, right, the bent knee, you're going to make a kickstand. So turn that and then come right up and your right leg's extended. Reach the arms up over the head. On the exhale, go right into gate pose. And then inhale, arms reach. So we're working lateral flexion here. So this is lateral flexion to the right. I'm not mirroring, so you'll just have to follow me. Inhale, arms reach. And this time you can go to the other side as well. And can you move in and out of these? The hand can pass in front of the belly, and you're just using the obliques to move you in and out, right, of lateral flexion here. Up and over. Up and over. Hips are staying stacked, they're very grounded, not moving, just the spine, in and out of lateral flexion. And then both arms reach up. Grab a hold of the elbows and just go side to side. And then hands can come right down in front of you. Inhale as you lift the tailbone, drop the belly, look up. And exhale, round through the spine. So 3 rounds, this neutralizes the spine here. So inhale and exhale. You get a nice stretch to the inner line of the leg. Inhale and exhale. And then walk the hands back to the front of the mat. The right knee comes to meet the left. And then you're going to extend the left leg behind you. Rock on the foot. So just rocking back and forth. And then stay on the back toes there. And then you're going to actually drop that knee down. Left knee drops down. Let's do the twist from here. It's more stabilizing. Exhale, lower down. So we'll be consistent here. So inhale, left arm reaches. You're in tabletop. Exhale, arm comes down. And last time, inhale to reach. Exhale, the hand lowers down. Now extend the left limb behind you. Okay, you're going to take your right leg. It becomes the kick stance. My back's going to be to you for a minute. So kick the leg behind you. Come on up. Reach the arms long. Exhale into gate pose. And hold. Breathe into the right side body. And then both arms reach up. And we go to the left. I'm going to turn around so that I can face you, but you're going to go back and forth from gate pose, right? Lateral flexion, you don't have to go far. You're just opening the spine. Keeping the hips stable, nothing's moving, back and forth. Back and forth. One more time. Right? Barely using the hands like bringing them in front of the belly. So that you're just using the obliques. You're not pushing off of everything. Both hands reach up. And then hands come right down. Okay, neutralize the spine. It's always through cat-cow is how we neutralize the spine. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart. Exhale, round through the back. Inhale. And exhale. Couple more times. Inhale to lift. Exhale, round. And last time, inhale to lift. And exhale to round. Okay. Bring the left knee to meet the right. Find tabletop again. Walk the feet back. Curl the toes under. Find plank pose. So in yoga, plank is a little higher. Your back is in one straight line. Hold plank, drop down to the knees, and come all the way down. Bring the fingertips out wide. Root down through the tops of the feet. Pubic bone is rooting down. You're going to lift and hold. So we're going to try to hold for 30 seconds here. This is a big strengthening posture for the upper back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the elbows high. And hold. As you inhale, you feel this little pulsing because as you inhale, the belly fills. You're going to lift a little higher. Exhale is a softening. 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. So this is for osteoporosis, really strengthening for the back. This is one of the best back ends you can do. Hands come down. Press yourself back into tabletop. And then walk the hands forward. Curl the back toes under. And then just hover the knees. Release the head down, send the hips high, and come into a bent knee down dog. And so you bend the knees in this down dog and you let the pelvis tilt forward. That's going to bring the low back, it's going to lengthen the low back, help keep it nice and flat. Release the head down. Root through the hands. Root through the balls of the feet. Lift the tailbone high. And then inhale forward into plank. Again, drop down on the knees. Knees are nice and wide. Sink back. High child's pose. Inhale, come forward. Let the feet come with you. Let the hips drop. Exhale. Release. Inhale, come forward. Bend through the knees. Exhale, release. And then come right up back into tabletop. Okay, down dog round 2. Curl the toes under. Walk the hands up one hand length. Lift the tailbone, send the hips back. You can start pedaling the feet out here. And you can even sort of move the hips side to side. Find a little bit of movement here. Release the head. Shake the head yes and no. And now find a little stillness. Find some stillness. Soften the knees. Again, bend the knees if you need that lengthening of the low back. How can you lengthen your spine? That's the primary action of the pose, is lengthening the spine. And then slowly start to tiptoe the feet towards the hands. When you get to the top, just bend the knees, let the torso rest on the thighs. Release the head, grab the elbows. Ragdoll pose with bent knees. Release the hands. Bring the hands to the hip. Stay with your bent knees. Now bring the elbows towards each other. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then with this, you're initiating a back bend. Come to stand. All right, so you're not rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae. And that's how we're standing today, right? We're going to initiate a back bend. Inhale, reach your arms up over the head. Draw the belly in and the tailbone down. Find a tiny little back bend. On the exhale, bend through the knees and let the fingertips graze the earth. Inhale as you reach up. Standing tall, extended mountain pose. Exhale, let the fingertips graze the earth. 2 more times. Inhale to reach. Exhale, forward fold. And last one, inhale as you reach. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, both arms reach. Grab the elbows, sit. Right, so you don't have to go so deep. You can just like sit like in a bar stool, not a chair. And just you're gonna sway side to side. Can you lift your toes? You should be able to lift your toes here. Make sure you can lift your toes and bring the energy to the heels. On the next exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, pike position. Exhale, fold. Bend into the knees and bring the hands to the hip. Squeeze the elbows together and the shoulder blades together. Come to stand. Bring the hands down by the side. Lift and spread your toes. Have your feet as wide as the hips. Keep your toes lifted, root into the mound of the big toe, the mound of the pinky toe, and the heel. And find the connection, find the rooting through those 3 points of the feet. So imagine that your legs are like a tree trunk and you're rooting down. Lift through the kneecaps. Draw the belly in and the tailbone down. Arms down by the side. The rooting is in the pelvis. Hold. Open the heart. Ears by the shoulders. So draw the neck back slightly. The chin is tucked. Feel the shoulder blades drawing down. Here's your strong mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. And on the exhale, forward fold. Soften the knees. Grab a hold of the elbows, sway side to side. And then bend into the knees, hands to the hips, squeezing the back body, squeezing the shoulder blades, come to stand. Come to the top of the mat, step the right foot back. Okay, you're gonna root down through the right foot. So just rooting down through the heel, make sure those right toes on a clock, they would say 1 o'clock, right? So don't turn the foot out to 3 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Hips come forward, bend into the knee. So we're going to do warrior one here. Pull the belly in, tailbone down. Here's where you're rooting. Feet are rooting. You're grounding through the pelvis. Make sure the belly's pulled in, the tailbone down. Inhale as you reach the arms up over the head. Warrior one has a tiny little back bend. The back bends from the belly button up. Any crunching in the low back, you need to draw the tailbone down more. No arching of the low back. On the exhale, you're going to sweep the fingers to the floor. Lift up and then back. Fingertips graze the floor. Right? If that's too deep for you, you lunge forward as much as you can to the thunderbolt and then reach the arms up. You're going to try this 4 more times. Move with your breath. Find a smooth breath, smooth movement. Right? Every breath, every movement has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Move with the breath. Very good for hip stabilizing here. Some great strengthening for the hips. Last time. Arms reach. On the exhale, the hands can come down. Come onto the back toe and find a lunge here. You can rock back and forth in this lunge. Great place for blocks. I'm going to grab my blocks if you have them. Grab your blocks. Just pulsing back and forth. And this lunge, inhale, lift. And exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Root down through the foot one more time. Root to rise. Here's your warrior one. Hands come to the hips. Step the right foot in and hinge forward. Arms are behind you. You can grab a hold of your hands and just place them on your low back. Draw the left hip back, right hip forward, Parsvottanasana. Pyramid pose. And fold. I'm going to pulse through this. So inhale is going to lift you a little higher. Exhale, pyramid pose. Right? Exhale, you fold deeper. Inhale. Exhale, folding towards the left leg. Last time, inhale. And then exhale, fold. Bend into the knee, come to stand. Inhale, both arms reach up. On the exhale, you're going to bring the arms behind you, float the back leg up. And there's your warrior three. We're going to revisit this. We'll just stay here for one more breath. On the next exhale, step the foot down, arms reach up. And then the hands come down. Walk the hands to the long side of the mat, all 10 toes face forward. Forward fold. Lift the toes, make sure you're pressing down to the back and to the heels. Release the head down. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. And inhale, half lift. And exhale to fold. Walk the blocks to the right foot. Frame the foot. And then turn the right toes towards the back of the mat. Come onto the back left heel. Look at your feet. Make sure you're not on a balance knee. So make sure your feet are hip width distance apart. And then press through the heel. Here are your warrior one legs. Bring the hands to the knee if you wish. And then come to stand. Hands on the hips. As you bend into the right knee, make sure the left heel is connected, arms down by your side. Inhale, both arms reach. Draw the belly and the tailbone down to root and stabilize through the pelvis. Find a tiny back bend. Warrior one. And then we're going to move right through this, sweeping the fingers down. And then inhale. And so you go as deep as you wish, yeah? You can just hinge forward slightly and then come on back up. Or you can really try reaching the fingertips all the way down to the floor. Heart lifts, and then coming back. A couple more rounds. Move with your breath. We're going to do 2 more. Exhale as you fold. Inhale to lift, open the front body. Last time, exhale to fold. Inhale to lift. Bring both hands down to frame the foot. Blocks are great. Come on to the ball of the back foot and find yourself in a lunge. So supported lunges are actually prescriptive poses for any hip arthritis. So right now we're really flexing the right hip, getting a lot of stretch in the left. Inhale, rise slightly. Exhale, let the left hip sink. Inhale to lift, right? It's just a small movement. Exhale, sink. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And you might have to walk the back foot in a tiny bit. We're about to stand, right? So root down through the back left foot again, hands to the waist, squeeze, shoulder blades, elbows, rise. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, hands come right to the heart. Step the back foot in slightly. Grab the elbows. All 10 toes facing forward and fold. Draw the right hip back, left hip forward. And then we're going to pulse a little bit here. So inhale, you're going to just come up a tiny bit. Exhale, fold deeper over the right leg. Inhale, lift slightly. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. And then bring the hands to the hips, squeeze everything together, come to stand. Step the back foot in slightly. Reach the arms up. And then reach back with the leg, warrior three. Hold. For 3. And for 2. And for 1. Step the foot back. Turn all 10 toes towards the long side of the mat. Hands come right through heart center, forward fold. Make sure that your hips are over the heels. So lift your toes. Make sure you can lift your toes here. Keep the hips right in the center. So no moving the hips. A block is really helpful right here. Hand on the block. Inhale as the right arm twists up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, left arm twist. Exhale, lower down. Let's do 2 more rounds of this. So 2 more times on each side. Inhale, twist. Exhale, lower. Last one, twist. And lower. And twist. And lower. Lift the toes, bend the knees, bring the hands to the hips, squeeze the back body as you come to stand. Feet are nice and wide, bring your arms out. Are your wrists in line with your ankles, right? So star pose. We're gonna start by turning the left toes towards my mirror there, and then I'm gonna kick my right heel back. The left toes are facing the top edge of the mat there. Bend into the knee. Again, you're rooting through the feet, but you're stabilizing through the pelvis. So draw the belly in, pull the tailbone down, right? You're trying to minimize the arch in the low back, and then the arms lift, right? So stabilize, find the grounding first, and then lift the arms. There's your warrior 2 pose. Inhale, left arm up, right arm And then exhale, come right back to warrior two. And then inhale to lift. And this time the elbow comes down to the knee. Take the right arm, sweep it down and over the ear. We're going to try to move through this a little bit. So hold warrior two, extended side angle for just a moment. Spin the heart to the ceiling and feel that opening up, that rotation of the spine. Spine's in lateral flexion with a little bit of rotation. Really good for the spine. And then we're going to move through it. So just like we moved through gate pose. So you can bring the elbow down, the arm comes over, right? Let's do this 3 more times. And you can even just let the arm pass in front of the belly if you want to sort of make it more challenging. This is all low back work here. So just notice how your low back feels, and if you need to modify, you modify. Last time. And the next time you come up, let the legs straighten. Arms come out to the side. You're going to bring the right hip forward and down. Bring your hand to the outside of the left leg. If you have a block, it's great. I don't have my chair on this side, but press the hand into a block and then elbow to the ceiling. Let's just try that twist open. So it's a tap, seeing if you can tap the knee and then open. So we're just working this rotation. Open, down, and open. Reach the arm up. There's your triangle pose. And then hand to the hip, bend into the knee, and come to stand. All 10 toes face forward. We're going to go right to the other side. So right toes to the back corner, the back center of the mat. The left toes turn in. Look at your feet. Make sure you have a heel to arch alignment. Yeah? Okay. Block can go to the outside of the foot. I'll show you how you do it with the chair. Maybe I'll use the chair this time. Find the grounding through the belly and through the low back. So pull the belly in, tailbone down. Bend into the right knee. Don't let the knee collapse in. See if you can open it up. So tired legs, knee's going to want to collapse in. See if you can track the knee, or the knee can track over the second and third toe, and then lift the arms. Warrior two. And hold. Flip the right palm up, left arm down, reverse. Exhale, come right back to warrior two. Inhale, reverse, keeping hips stable. Hips are stable, pelvis is grounded. Elbow to knee, left arm up and over the ear. Rotate the heart towards the ceiling. Rotate the spine. Hold. You feel this? You're going to feel this in the low back as soon as you start moving in and out of this. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. And exhale. 3 more times. Move with the breath. So maybe you just let the arm pass in front of the belly. And let the low back do all the work here. Last time. And then next time you come up, straighten the leg. Bring the left hip forward so it comes slightly forward, right? The hand's going to go to the outside of the leg, or a block if you have it. It's to the outside of the foot. Bring the hand down to the block, and then put my fingertips on the chair. Spin the heart open. And then take the left hand to the shoulder. Point the elbow to the ceiling. Extend the arm long. Look up at the left hand. There's your triangle pose. Bring the hand back to the shoulder. We're going to move in and out of triangle by rotating. The primary action of this pose is lateral flexion of the spine with a slight rotation. So let's move in and out of that. Exhale, elbow down. Inhale, elbow to sky. Last time. Reach up, bend into the knee, hand to the hip. Come to stand. Turn both toes forward. Inhale, reach the arms up over the head. And you're just going to go side to side. And side to side. Reach the hands through heart center, forward fold. Press up. Half lift, exhale, fold again. And last time. Bend into both knees, hands to the hips, squeezing everything together. Come to stand. Heel toe your feet together. Okay, I'm going to have you just, we'll do some shoulder opening and then one more balance pose before we go into our peak pose. So you guys know this if you take my classes, right? So soften the knees, inhale, arms reach over the head. And then exhale, hands come right to the heart. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, close. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, reach up. Find a tiny little back bend. Exhale, release the hands down. Hands interlace. Inhale, open the shoulders. Exhale, bend through the knees and forward fold. Lift the arms up off the back and hold. Take one more breath here. Release the hands. Come back to stand. Hands to the heart. One more time, inhale, reach. Exhale, hands come down. Every inhale opens shoulders. Inhale to open. Exhale, hands come together. Interlace. Inhale, open the shoulders. Exhale, release the hands. Interlace behind you. Inhale, open the shoulders. Exhale, bend through the knees and fold. Inhale, lift the arms up off the back. Exhale, release. Inhale to stand. Exhale, hands to the heart. Feet are hip width distance apart. Interlace the fingers, press forward. Reach the arms up over the head. Take a nice big inhale here. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. One more times. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Release the hands down. Inhale, both arms reach. Exhale, fingertips graze the floor. And last time, come to stand. Inhale, arms reach, hands to the heart. Okay, arms down by the side. You're going to lift the right leg up. Inhale, both arms reach, Balikasana. Hold right here. Let's see if you can hold. This is the balance pose today, right? We're going to make it dynamic. So as you're holding this, I want you to bend into the left leg. So just bend the knee and straighten. Keep the gaze down. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Reach the arms behind you. Extend the foot. Here's your warrior three again. And hold. Inhale, come forward back to Balikasana. And then bring the hands to the hips. Take the right foot, cross it over the left. Stand nice and tall and then forward fold. Your right foot's in front. Now walk your fingertips over to the right. Right foot's in front. Walk your fingertips to the right. And feel the stretch on the back leg there. That was your standing leg. Feel the IT band. That's a big stretch for the IT band. Release the head down. Walk the hands back to center. Bend into the knees. Come back to stand. Uncross the feet. Root down through the right foot. So really spread the toes, right? You want a nice spongy foot here. Lift the left leg high. Arms reach up, Balikasana. Hold. Keep your gaze down. Keep the jaw soft. And then notice there's a little bit of wiggling in the ankle. That's a good thing, right? We're strengthening the ankle. And just soften the knee. So soften and bend the knee and stand. And soften the knee and stand. Creating some stability here. Soften the knee and stand. Float back into that warrior three. Arms reach back, right? Foot can shake a little bit. Hold for 3, and for 2, and for 1. Bring the knee back into Balikasana. And then the hands come to the hips. Cross the left foot over the right. Forward fold. Fingertips to the floor or to blocks. Left foot's forward. Walk the fingertips left. Left foot forward. Walk the fingertips left. You should feel a big stretch on the right IT band. Down the whole side of the leg there. And hold. Walk the hands back to center. Bend into the knees. Hands to the hips. Come back to stand. Uncross the legs. Okay, here's the balance, the challenge pose tonight. So we've been working on it. We just did all these grounding poses. So I'm going to do it. I would suggest you do it next to a wall. And so you can start, let's start with the right hip at the wall. So I'm actually going to do it in front of the camera here. But I would suggest if you haven't, Neutralize, if you haven't done this, or if you're new to yoga, just go to a wall. Okay, right hips at the wall. Bend it, root down into the right foot. So come onto the ball of the left foot. Inhale and bring that knee back into Neutralize. Reach both arms up. Bring the right hand to the outside of the foot, to the ankle, and then drop the knee down. Knee is pointing straight down. Now bend the knee and straighten it. And bend the knee and straighten it. And bend the knee and straighten it. And then bring the left hand to the horizon and start reaching forward like your arm is on a long table. You're really rooting down through that left foot. If you would like, you start kicking, find the rooting first, and then if you feel nice and grounded and rooted, kick the right foot into the hand. Hold. And then knee comes back in. Both arms reach up. Balikasana. Hand comes down. Okay? And then just shake those hips out a tiny bit. All right, we're going to try the other side. So if you have a wall, right, I would use the wall. Then you don't have to worry about the balance piece. Okay, left foot's the standing foot. Spread the toes. Inhale as you reach the arms up. Left leg comes up. Right leg's the, I'm not sure, I just did this side. Okay, no I didn't. Hand comes down. Slide the hand down the left leg. Point the knee to the floor. Right arm reaches up. Soften and stand. Soften and stand. You can just work this for your balance, yeah? If you want to take it deeper, the arm comes to the horizon. The knee softens. Hold. And then you start kicking the left foot into the hand. As you kick, the leg reaches higher. Bring the leg down. Both arms reach up. And then foot comes down. Bring your feet hip width distance apart, a little more than hip width distance. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold. Release the head down, bend through the knees. And just go side to side here. Bending into one knee, bending to the other. A nice supported forward fold with bent knees. Come all the way down to the mat. Lie down on your back. If you have a block or a pillow, you can pop it between the knees. Arms down by the side. Inhale as you lift the arms up. Lift the hips. Exhale, lower everything down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Bring the knees to 90-degree angle, hips to 90 degrees. Your arms out like a T. Palms to the floor. Shift over to the right. The knees drop over to the right. Please find a block or something to rest the knees on if the left shoulder blade is lifting. Everything drops to the right. Right arm is pressing in. And then spin the left palm to the ceiling and reach the left arm to the corner of the mat, looking over at the left. And then just notice the breath. Right? Notice the sensations of the breath in the body, especially in the left belly area. And a supported twist here. And when we twist, the breath actually goes more to the lower lobes of the lungs. It's just, it always goes to the path of least resistance. So you're going to feel this more on the left side, right on the lower ribs and into the belly. Knees come back to center. Just take a breath in the center and then drop everything over to the left. So I moved my block to the left so that my knees can rest on the block or your shins can rest on the block, whatever feels good. Make sure the right shoulder blade stays grounded, rooting in. And then the right palm is open to the ceiling. Look over at the right and then reach the arm to sort of the corner of the mat. And notice the sensations of the breath in the body. Where do you feel the breath? As you take a nice deep breath, where do you feel the opening? Right internal oblique muscles are stretching as you do this. Nice asymmetrical stretch for the diaphragm, and then it's the movement of the diaphragm there on the right side. Moving all the internal organs on the right. The liver lives right under the ribs there. Right. So everything is waving and moving. Nice massage for the internal organs. These asymmetrical twists. Okay, knees come to center. Take any poses that feel good in the body. And then when you're ready, just lengthen your feet long on the mat. Bring your feet nice and wide. Let them be as wide as the mat. And let the toes drop out. And let the arms come away from the body. And the palms are facing up. And if you can make yourself 5% more comfortable, do that now. Just make yourself a little more comfortable. And draw your attention to the whole back body and how it spreads onto the earth when you take a nice deep breath. Take a few deep breaths, right? Letting the back body spread. And notice the effects of gravity on the back body. The back body starts to feel heavy. Feel very supported on the earth here, on your mat, right? Supported enough to let go. And now begin to explore any physical sensations in the body. So do a body scan starting at the head, right? We're bringing energy down. So just release any tension in the eyes and in the face, in the skin of the face, the jaw. You can let the teeth part. Release any energy in the throat. Feel softness in the front body, especially around the heart area. Right? We tend to hold emotions, anxiety and stress, fear and anxiety in this area in the heart, in the upper chest. So feel softness there. Relax the arms and hands, the hips and legs, feet. And now bring your awareness to the breath without changing it, right? Just breath awareness. Notice it expanding and nourishing on the inhale. On the exhale, imagine it's releasing, softening what doesn't serve. As the body relaxes, the breath relaxes. Notice the thoughts. Thoughts create emotion, which then creates physical sensation in the body. Notice if your thoughts have created any physical sensation in the body. And then use the breath to release it. Imagining that each exhale is releasing any tension, any stress, releasing what doesn't serve, softening. As the mind wanders, can you keep bringing it back to the body, to the breath? Coming back to the intention of softening. Now begin to bring a little bit of movement back to the body. Draw the knees in towards the chest, and then again, drop the knees to the right. And then drop the knees to the left. Now, arms can be at a T. Drop the knees right. Drop the knees left. Next time the knees are to the left, roll the whole body over to the left side. And just take a moment there. Use your hands to press you back up to seated. And then coming back to a nice comfortable seat, sit nice and tall. Find a long spine and an open heart. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. And a nice letting go breath there for the exhale. Bring the hands to the heart. And just giving your a bow. Anjali Mudra is a hand mudra we use for gratitude and healing. So in yoga, we believe it's a healing practice. So bringing your healing hands to your heart. Just giving a bow, giving gratitude to yourself for coming out tonight and doing this practice. May we be happy. May we stay healthy. May we move through this transition with grace and peace and strength and a still mind and feel grounded and balanced. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. It's so nice to see you. Have a great week and hopefully see you next week. Namaste.
Thank you.
Namaste.
And I'm glad this is going on again.
Oh, thank you.